Welcome back to Claim Village. Today we will be discussing a critical aspect of construction contract management, the core principle 5 of the SCL Protocol 2017, titled Granting Extension of Time, or EOTs. This presentation aims to explain the procedure and principles involved in EOT determination. This lecture will cover definitions, key principles, and details procedure to ensure a comprehensive understanding. Feel free to ask questions at the end of the presentation if anything is unclear. An extension of time is an adjustment to the contract completion date granted to the contractor to account for delay caused by specific events. Understanding EOT is vital because delays can significantly impact project costs, timelines, and even relationships amongst stakeholders. Common triggers for EOT include change in project scope, unforeseen site condition, and employer risk events. EOT should be granted if an employer risk event is expected to prevent the completion of work by the agreed date. Key principles include focusing on how the event impacts the project's critical path and determining the contractor's entitlement based on the contract terms. The goal is to establish the contractual right to an EOT without the bias of preventing liquidated damages. The critical path represents the sequence of tasks that determine the project's minimum completion date. It's crucial in EOT assessment because delays affecting the critical path extend the project duration. Accurate delay analysis is required to evaluate if a risk event impacts the critical path, thereby justifying an EOT. The contract administrator is responsible for determining EOT entitlements. The CA should proactively grant an EOT if an employer risk event has occurred, even if the contractor hasn't applied or provided inadequate information. This ensures the mechanism works effectively, preventing uncertainty and disputes. An effective EOT clause should broadly cover delays resulting from the employer's action or omissions. English courts have ruled that vague terms like any other special circumstances don't cover such breaches. The clause should also explain what happens if the contractor fails to follow procedural requirements when applying for an EOT. EOT should be granted based on reasonable prediction about the impact of employer risk events on project's completion. This involves thorough delay analysis to see if the event extends the critical path. Conclusion must be practical and grounded in common sense to ensure fairness and accuracy. The detailed assessment of EOT should involve a thorough evaluation of the delay, ensuring alignment with the relevant contractual principles. It should also consider various project management factors and ensure comprehensive documentation and record keeping to support the EOT determination. The contractor's perspective on EOT involves challenges in providing adequate documentation, the importance of submitting timely notices, and the need for coordination with subcontractors to gather the necessary information for the EOT application. The employer's perspective on EOT includes managing the risk and expectation associated with delays, closely monitoring the contractor's progress, and ensuring that the EOT process is in compliance with contractual requirements. The legal consideration EOT claims involve a thorough understanding of the contractual obligations, relevant case law and precedents, as well as the dispute resolution mechanism outlined in the contract to address any disagreements or conflicts. Effective management of EOT requires the implementation of best practices, such as maintaining clear communication between the parties, conducting regular progress reviews, and establishing comprehensive documentation system to support the EOT process. In conclusion, this presentation has covered the key principles, procedures, and considerations involved in granting extension of time in construction contracts. Proper management of EOT is crucial for project success, and the application of this principle can help avoid disputes and keep projects on track. As we conclude our exploration of Core Principle 5, it is evident that understanding the procedure for granting extension of time is crucial for effective project management in the construction industry. Stay tuned for our next lecture where we will delve into Core Principle 6 titled Effect of Delay, continuing our journey through the complexity of construction contract management. Thank you for joining us today at Claim Village. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more educational content on construction claims and protocols.